Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Listen to me, stop looking for the results. Stop worrying about where this is going. Stop thinking that the outcome is the most important thing in the world. The only thing that matters is what you do every single day and whether you're showing up or not. You think that if you get the right results, everything will be better. You think that if you just hit those numbers, things will change. You'll finally get the recognition. You'll be on top. Let me tell you something. Results are like a byproduct of the grind. They come, they go, they don't define you. What defines you is the effort, the hustle, the decisions you make every moment of every day. The moment you start focusing on the outcome is the moment you lose control. The results, they're out of your hands. The work, the effort, the persistence, that's what you can control. Everyone's obsessed with results. You see it everywhere. People are talking about their dreams, their goals, their big plans. But guess what? Dreams and plans mean nothing if you don't do the work, if you don't show up when no one's watching, if you don't push harder than anyone else. Results are irrelevant in the beginning. They're not the thing you need to focus on. You need to focus on the process. You want to be successful? You want to make it to the top? It's not about what you get at the end. It's about what you do right now. Your discipline today is what's going to matter tomorrow. But too many people are waiting for the big payday, waiting for the results to show up like they're just going to fall from the sky. Guess what? It's not going to happen that way. The big payout isn't what makes you a winner. What makes you a winner is the work you put in when nobody's looking, when nobody's cheering you on. You want to crush it. You want to get ahead. You want to do more than just survive. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the right time. And certainly don't wait for the results to show up. Just get busy. Work. Work harder than anyone you know. Work with a sense of urgency and keep working. That's the real secret. It's in the doing. This is the problem. People have conditioned themselves to chase the result. They're chasing a paycheck. They're chasing recognition. They're chasing a title. They think that those things are going to give them satisfaction. And let me tell you something, when you get there, you realize it's not the results that matter, it's the pursuit, it's the grind, it's the fact that you woke up every day, put your boots on, and got after it. No matter how bad it hurt, no matter how many times you failed, no matter how many doors slammed in your face, that's where the satisfaction is. I'm telling you, focus on what you control, and that's your effort. You control your work ethic. You control your mindset. You control your attitude. You control how you show up each day. Stop making excuses about the market, the economy, your competition. None of that matters. What matters is that you're giving everything you've got every single day. When you're focused on results, you're focused on things you can't control. When you're focused on effort, when you're focused on the process, now you're working with power. Now you're in control. If you're too focused on the outcome, on what's going to happen later, you're missing the point. You're missing the now. You're missing the moment you're in right now, which is the only moment you can control. And when you focus on the now, you build momentum. When you focus on today, you're setting yourself up for tomorrow. But if you only care about results, you're blind to the steps you need to take to get there. Don't you get it? The results will follow. It's like the law of attraction, but it doesn't work unless you put the work in. You can't attract what you want without giving the universe something to work with. Your actions, your consistency, your hustle, that's what gets the results. Not waiting, not hoping, not wishing. Work. That's how you move the needle. When you focus on results, you get disappointed. You start comparing yourself to everyone else, measuring your success based on other people's outcomes. You think you should be farther along by now. You think you should be at a certain place in your life. But guess what? That's not how this works. There is no timeline. There is no perfect moment. There's only now. There's only the effort you put in. When you focus on the work, when you focus on the hustle, you stop worrying about the results. You want to succeed. You want to build something. Don't obsess over the finish line. Obsess over the work. Obsess over the fact that you're doing more than anyone else. Because at the end of the day, the person who outworks everyone else is the person who wins. It's that simple. And guess what? The results will take care of themselves. Stop waiting for the magic moment when everything falls into place. That doesn't happen. The magic moment happens when you decide to put in the work day in and day out. Every single day, you decide decide to put in the time, the energy, the effort, and you do it without worrying about whether or not the results show up. You do it because that's who you are. You do it because that's what winners do. The minute you stop worrying about results is the minute you start winning. You stop chasing the thing that's out of your hands and start focusing on what you can control. You put your blinders on and you grind. You work like a maniac. You get obsessed with getting better. You get obsessed with progress. You get obsessed with the process, and you let the results follow. You let them come as a natural consequence of the hard work you're putting in. Let me tell you something else. You're never going to be satisfied with your results if you're always focused on them. If you're always looking for the next thing, if you're always waiting for the next milestone, you're never going to be happy. The satisfaction isn't in the results, it's in the grind. It's in the journey. When you focus on the work, you stop measuring yourself by numbers or outcomes, and you start measuring yourself by how much you've grown, how much you've learned, how much better you've gotten. The results are a reflection of your effort. They're not the goal. The goal is the effort. The goal is the grind. The goal is becoming better every single day. When you stop obsessing over the outcome, that's when you start making progress. That's when you start leveling up. And that's when you get the results you want, not by chasing them, but by chasing the process, by chasing the work. And let me tell you this, when the results come, they come big, but you've got to get obsessed with the journey. You've got to get obsessed with becoming the person who can handle those results. You've got to get obsessed with putting in the effort, even when it's hard, even when it feels like nothing is working. So stop worrying about the results. Focus on the work. Focus on getting better. Focus on outworking everyone around you. That's how you win. That's how you dominate. And that's how you get the results that nobody else can touch. So go out there and don't look for the results. Look for the grind. The results, they'll follow. Now, stop wasting time. Get busy. Keep working and get obsessed with becoming the best version of yourself every single day. Listen to me right now. If you're focused on the results, you're already setting yourself up to fail. If you're looking for that quick win, that instant gratification, you're never going to make it to the top. You're never going to do what it takes to actually become the kind of person who gets those results. The truth is, results are the outcome. They're what happens after the work. They're the product of the grind, but they are not the point. Too many people get fixated on what happens at the end. They look at the prize, the goal, the reward, and they think that's what they want. But the reality is this: once you get the results, you'll be chasing more results and you'll still feel empty. It's not about the outcome. It's about the process. It's about what you do in between now and then. It's about showing up every single day, even when no one's watching. It's about putting in the work without thinking about the reward at the end. If you focus on the effort, you'll get the results. But if you focus on the results, you'll lose sight of what matters, what you can control. People love to talk about the outcome. Everyone wants to talk about the house, the car, the fancy vacations, the recognition. That's what people see. That's what they think they want, but that's not what's going to make you successful. You want to make it big? You want to crush it? Then stop worrying about what's coming next. Stop worrying about how much money you'll make or how many followers you'll gain or what kind of title you'll have. Stop measuring your success by the results, because the results will always let you down. Why? Because the minute you start to focus on the results, you've already taken your focus off of what you can control. You start chasing things that don't matter. You start putting your energy into things that don't serve you. You start comparing yourself to others, looking at their success and wondering why you're not there yet. You'll get frustrated. You'll get discouraged. You'll feel like you're working your butt off and still not getting anywhere. And let me tell you something. You're right. You won't. As long as you're looking at the results, you're never going to get what you want. I want you to really think about that. Stop looking at the finish line. Stop comparing your progress to others. Focus on your journey, your path, your grind. If you can make peace with that, if you can get to a point where you're willing to put in the work every single day, no matter what, that's when you'll see the true magic happen. But until you get there, you're going to be stuck in the cycle of wanting things without doing the work to get them. Think about the greatest success stories you've ever heard. They didn't start by focusing on the end result. They didn't start by thinking about how much money they'd make or what kind of life they'd have. No, they started with the process. They started by doing the things that nobody else wanted to do. They started by grinding, by putting in work when no one was watching, when no one was telling them they were doing the right thing, when they weren't getting the validation they thought they deserved. And that's how you have to think. You have to think about the work. You have to think about the actions you can take today, right now, not tomorrow, not next month, not next year. The only thing you have control over is this moment right here, right now. And in this moment, you can choose to show up. You can choose to get better, to take that next step, to push yourself harder than you did yesterday. People who focus on the results think that success is a straight line. They think they can see it all laid out step by step, goal by goal, but that's not how this works. Success is messy. It's full of failures, setbacks, and roadblocks. It's full of times when you want to quit, when everything feels like it's falling apart. It's full of moments when you question whether it's all worth it. But the only thing that will get you through those moments is the only thing that will keep you going is the belief that the work you're putting in today matters, even when you can't see the results yet. Now, I know you've heard the stories. You've heard about people who started with nothing and turned it all around. You've heard about people who were told they'd never make it, who were doubted, who faced every kind of obstacle you can imagine, but they didn't care about the outcome. They didn't care that people told them it was impossible. They cared about the effort. They cared about doing the work, and because of that, they were unstoppable. You want to be unstoppable? You want to be the kind of person who no one can ignore? Then stop focusing on the results. You want the results? You want the money, the success, the recognition? Then focus on the grind. Focus on doing the work when it's hard. Focus on putting in the hours when you'd rather be doing something else. Focus on learning, growing, improving every single day. That's how you'll get the results. Not by looking for them, but by putting in the effort, by showing up when no one else is willing to. Let me tell you something else that people don't talk about. The real winners don't care about the results because they know that the results come when you commit to the process. The real winners don't focus on what they're going to get at the end. They focus on who they're going to become in the process, the effort, the grind, the struggle. That's where the growth happens. And that's what separates the winners from the losers. So stop wasting your energy on the outcome. Stop sitting around waiting for things to fall into place. You want to make it happen? Then start now. Start today. Start by making the commitment to the process, not the prize. When you do that, everything changes. When you commit to the process, the results become inevitable. But here's the kicker. It's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. If it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it. Success is hard. It takes sacrifice. It takes pushing through when you want to quit. It takes doing the uncomfortable things, the things that scare you, the things that make you feel like you're not good enough. But guess what? That's the price you pay for success. That's the price you pay for results. And it's worth it. It's always worth it. The thing is, the people who are focused on the results, they're the ones who are always looking for shortcuts. They're the ones who are always looking for the easy way out. They're the ones who get frustrated when things don't happen overnight. But the truth is, there are no shortcuts. There's no easy path. There's no quick fix. It's all about the grind, the work, the commitment to doing whatever it takes. Day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. If you want the big results, you have to do the big work. You have to show up when no one else will. You have to go the extra mile when others are stopping. You have to push harder, work longer, and never stop believing that the grind is worth it, even when you can't see the end in sight. You know what's crazy? Once you stop focusing on the results, you start to enjoy the process. You start to fall in love with the work. You start to love the hustle, the challenge, the grind. And when you love the process, the results don't even matter anymore. They just show up. You'll get there. You'll get everything you've ever wanted, but you have to be willing to put in the work day in and day out without worrying about when or how it's all going to pay off. The minute you stop worrying about the outcome is the minute you finally start winning. The minute you start focusing on the process is the minute everything changes for you. And guess what? The results will come, and they'll come bigger and better than you ever imagined. But right now, focus on the grind, get obsessed with the work, get obsessed with becoming the best version of yourself every single day, because that's how you win. That's how you get the results that others can only dream about. You focus on what you can control, and everything else will fall into place.